کمرم زومج. My name is Hossein Khosrow Waziri. I born in 1942, but Iran was at peace. Everything was very quiet. I grew up to 5 years old, a small town of the Iran. My young day, my business was in the Tehran, Iran, my father's business, and I was 14 years old. My work was to go practice wrestling. I was married to the wrestling mat because I was so much fall in love with the sport. I didn't care about girls, only I cared about wrestling.
Sports was the very foundation of what I call Iranian nationalism, Iranian national ethos. Wrestling was a national obsession because physical training was viewed as the foundation of healthy citizenship, a healthy state.
And then I come 18, so I said, better I go army. I went in the army, a volunteer by myself. And I was lucky in the army. I was a top 3 wrestler in the army. The best member on the army. I come national Iranian champion in the army, first place for 2 years.
Before you even got into wrestling, you were the bodyguard for the Shah of Iran.
Yeah, yes, sir. And in Tehran, Iran, and anytime Shah and his family come to the Persepolis and Shiraz, I was security and bodyguard for the Shah.
Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi of Iran went Paradiba.
The Shah came to power in 1941 after his father was forced out of power. During the 1940s, early 50s, he was in a very peculiar position because of the conflict, international conflict over oil. He was under a lot of pressure, and he was identified with as an enlightened monarch, often repressive.
I got a job from Shah because I was a top 3 national Iranian champion of the army. I was good security, good bodyguard. Today, nobody heard the Shah, nobody heard his wife, and I was a good young security for the king family. Shah at that time, it was very good to the athletic.
In the 1950s and 60s, there were 2 fundamental role models. One in Iran, for Iranians, was Ghulam Reza Takhti, and the other one was Muhammad Ali. And the combination of 2 was really great for people who were interested in competitive sports.
Takhti was important to the Iranian country because Takhti was the first champion we had compete 4 Olympic Games. He was the best wrestler in Iranian history, the best.
Ghulam Reza Takhti was the icon for a lot of Iranians. He really was the person who, for the first time in sports, put Iran on the map.
Anytime we go Olympic or anytime we go for the ball game, we come back, we go to Shah House Palace or our Shah asked the wrestler, what you like? A house, car, money? Takhti tell the Shah, instead of you give the money to me, Allah, you make more highway, more hospital, more university, more school. And then Shah gets so upset and mad, Shah have to leave the building.
Hossein Vaziri, the sheikh, had trained with Takhti. They were hanging around in the same circles. So Takhti was a role model for him. The medals that Takhti won internationally, now Vaziri could win. And he was well placed actually to be the new Takhti, to have a great deal of international success.
Takhti become more popular, more babyface, because they're scared of Takhti. It's Takhti, something take Iranian flag, everybody gonna follow Takhti, and then Takhti gonna be like a new government, Takhti gonna be like king.
People came to believe that if you're internationally recognized, if you're very successful, you're going to be eliminated.
Nobody believed the legend, the man, genius for sport, number one in the world, he committed suicide. They didn't believe that. Every student said, death to the Shah, death to the Shah. Shah killed the Takhti.
The fact that the world champion commits suicide was unacceptable. That became the ground for believable conspiracies.
And then finally I found out better I go from Iran. Because if Iran no good for Ghulam Reza Takhti, the greatest champion we had, Iran never gonna be good for me. So I decided to come to America. The reason I come to New York, because I have an Iranian friend, and 1 week I stay in New York. After 1 week, I go to the Minnesota.
He got out of Iran in a hurry for fear of his own life. And then he ends up in Minnesota, of all places, and starts coaching the assistant coach for the United States Olympic team. I always felt that was a little bit of ironic.
My sport was international, freestyle, Greco-Roman. I didn't have to talk too much. I'll just show the people technique, move, and exercise, and my team, first year, AAU champion. Second year, AAU champion. Third year, AAU champion. Fourth time, my team AAU champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us see, here he is, Vern Gagne.
The Iron Sheik starts off training with Vern Gagne, who was the promoter in Minnesota, and Vern Gagne was also an alternate at the 1948 Olympics. And he picks out real athletes. He's not looking for gimmick guys. He's looking for pure wrestlers.
I tell you, they initiate every hold with the classic wrestler's approach. That's right. Oh.
I started 1973 with Mr. Gagne. I was a promoter of the Midwest, and that camp was Ric Flair and Jim Brenzeller, Greg Gagne, myself. We all started 1973 in Minnesota.
Emerge. Well, they're both going for the...
Vern was an old school guy that tried to run you off. You know, if he wanted to see how tough you were, how much you really wanted to be in the business. And so it was a unique way of recruiting, but it was a tough class. But, you know, from what I understand, from the guys that were there, you know, I don't think Cosgrove had any issues physically because he was a machine.
Mr. Burgania, he know this. I'm All America 4 times AAU champion, but they told me, Khosrow, professional wrestling is different than amateur. You have to have good attitude. You have to be nice to all time.
And here was a guy that was smaller in stature than a lot of his contemporary, but 10 times as tough. He had the real life ability to actually hurt anybody he really wanted to and do anything he wanted to do to them at any given time.
He could beat probably 99% of the guys in the business, but he just didn't have the heart. He wasn't a bully.
A lot of American wrestler, there was a scarce wrestling with me because I have a bad name. If they don't want to work with me, if I get mad at them, I can suplex them, I can give them damage. I had a bad reputation. I started to be referee, and I have to drive the truck 24 hours on the Midwest on the 20 below zero, put on the ring, pick up the ring, a referee, I was a ringman. From Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, and all the way from Minneapolis to Winnipeg, Canada. And then North Dakota, South Dakota, Des Moines, Iowa, all over Denver. So I did it for 1 year, very, very hard way.
He wrestles as Khosrow Vaziri, full head of black hair, very handsome man, trim, muscular, and he wears a singlet with Olympic rings on it because he had been an assistant coach on the U.S. Olympic team. So essentially, he starts his career as an All-American.
I met my husband at the University of Minnesota. He was coaching the United States Olympic wrestling team at the time when we met back in 1975. And I immediately fell in love with him the moment I saw him. 180 pounds, washboard stomach, just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The hottest thing on 2 feet. We wanted to get married, but my husband was busy wrestling and he worked every day of the week. And so we could never get a weekend off to get married. So we were married on a Saturday night, and my husband had gone to the Minneapolis auditorium and wrestled that afternoon.
What an elbow drop. He says USA and put the boots right to it.
In 1976, the Sheik once again is an assistant coach for the U.S. Olympic team. And Verne Gagne, the AWA promoter, is there scouting future talent. And Mary Gagne, Verne's wife, is there. And she's asking Khosrow, are you happy with your role in professional wrestling? He's like, well, I'd kind of like to be a little more prominent. And she goes, well, you're Middle Eastern. Why don't you make yourself a sheik?
My young day, I was very young. I come national Iranian champion high school, and I travel all around the north, south, west, east of the Iran. And I saw that Middle Eastern Arabian people how they rest, and I had an idea from before. I start to grow mustache, and I let it grow up until I shave it, I trim it. But I like that day, and I started after Olympic in Montreal, 77, I started to let him grow up.
The first time I met the Sheik, I was 8, 9 years old. We were in Charlotte, North Carolina. My dad was wrestling with Sheik. He was a striking guy, really an unforgettable look My mom had become friends with Sheik's wife, Carol, and she had come over to the house many times and even had the great displeasure of babysitting me on a few occasions.
Hated it. Hated it. Hated the mustache. Hated the shaving the head to become the Iron Sheik. He loves the bad guy. I mean, that was tailor-made for him.
You people, shut up! Let me show that punk who is the real wrestler is.
And it gets in his mind to transform himself and play off of the core Islamophobia, perhaps, that many Americans unfortunately carry.
52.
Wrestling is funny, man. You know, whatever's going on in the world is magnified 100 times in wrestling.
On November 4th, Iranian students seized the U.S. Embassy and 63 hostages.
In 1979, Jimmy Carter is our president. I think Jimmy Carter is a fundamentally decent human being, but not a very tough president. As a result, the Ayatollahs are able to hold a group of Americans hostage and parade them on television every night.
Promoters in America have always been quick to jump on any nationalistic storyline.
Iron Sheik from Iran, from Tehran, Iran, against Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Every promoter wants an Iranian villain, and there is one. Khosrow Vaziri wrestled for the nation of Iran. Khosrow Vaziri speaks Farsi.
They're gonna call USA, USA, and I'm sick and tired about you and USA. Ah, tough!
In the crazy world of professional wrestling, there's a lot of heels and baby faces, good guys and bad guys who kind of play the role and play the part.
That belongs to the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik is the only man.
You know, at that time, I remember watching him. He did these brilliant interviews with Classy Freddie Blassie as his manager. And he goes into, Ayatollah Khomeini telling me sick, bring back World Championship belt. And automatically you think, that's not put on. That's a legit accent. He's the real deal.
Man fighting outside the ring.
And when the Iranian hostage crisis hits, and there's genuine heat between the United States and Iran, the Iron Sheik character ignites.
The Iron Sheik is just Pearl Harbor, the precious one. It's about the same type of tactics as the Khomeini and the embassy. Without warning, they struck a defenseless person at the time.
It was the right time to establish my character or my gimmick, be the real baddest wrestler in the earth because I was Iranian.
The precious one at his mercy.
من نمیخوام از کشتی کشورمون صحبت بکنن همه دنیا میدونن که ما اولیم و منم اینجا اومدم برای
It was a time in wrestling where a lot of people still believed that what they saw was real or reality based.
Wrestlers will tell you there's good heat and bad heat. Good heat, as Freddie Blassie once explained to me, is when the fans boo loudly. Bad heat is when they want to kill you. The Iron Sheik had both.
He embraced being a heel. It takes a certain kind of DNA and a certain kind of guy to embrace being a bad guy, to embrace the fact that you're going to go out there and you're going to get hated, you're going to get booed.
I never had heat like the Sheik had. There's what we call change the channel heat. You know, there's heat. Yes, I want to pay. I want to see this guy. be beaten up by my hero, and then just change the channel heat. We just go, yeah, I don't like that. And Sheik had the right heat. He didn't change the channel when the Iron Sheik was on.
Back in the day when he was just getting this thing rolling, you know, the audience could be very violent.
And what's the situation? All combination together, I had the most heat than any human being.
This guy was real. This guy, he pushed through and he got to people, man. And his arrogance shone through, too. The way he talked to people, you know, he talked down to people. He's better than they are. And that was the whole thing, man. You know, just an arrogant son of a bitch. You know, and thought Americans, deep down, I think he believed that too. That Americans suck. Well, I understand that. Jealousy's a bitch.
There you see Jerry Usher, the referee, ring announcer Clete Dumpster.
If you were going to describe good and bad from an American's viewpoint, you're going to have the red, white, and blue All-American, and you're going to have a foreign menace. So you have the Sheik, who embodies everything that we as Americans hate. And he exploited it. Then he got in your face and he told you why you were weak and why, as an Iranian, he could do everything. So he was a perfect bad guy.
Sheik made everybody humble. Because of a man like this. This is why the Iranians should not have a nuclear bomb, so.
Coach, have to come see my friend. The captain.
He trained me when I was 16 years old. Spent in my dad's dungeon. Taught me about my dad's house. One of the best for you. One of my heroes.
Where's the Sheik at? Sheik is over working out. He's working out with his clubs. So Vince walks over and says, Sheik, yes, sir, Baba, yes, sir. He stands like that. He said, you tested positive for cocaine. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Iron Sheik stories are legendary. The stories of his toughness are legendary. Of his badassery are legendary.
I remember sitting in a room, you know, drinking some beers, maybe smoking a joint, and, you know, Sheik could be there with everybody else, you know, have a little toke, have some beer, and he'd start doing squats. And he'd do hundreds of squats till he was dripping with sweat. I mean, dripping. I mean, he's got the constitution of a rhino.
When he drank, he got all partied up. Never started fights or anything. That wasn't the thing. He was like, come to the party, let's have fun. He wasn't like an asshole when he got wasted, you know what I mean? Unless he really got trashed over, then, yes, the cops were called.
I learned everything I know.
You
from
want to talk to
a lot, well, not everything, but a lot from this man right here. You have to hang around this man right here, right? And then anybody that has never been in this man's company, damn!
The Iron Sheik is probably one of the greatest heels to ever be in the business. And for so many years when I was a kid, there was nobody that I hated more than the Iron Sheik. He was just the epitome of what a bad guy should be.
When I was a little girl, I was a tomboy, so of course I was a wrestling fan. And I used to go to the Meadowlands every month with my mom and my sister, and I used to scream and yell at the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov because I hated them so much.
Come over here, Mo.
How you doing? Hey,
Good to
baby.
see you.
How you doing?
I love you, baby.
Memphis, Tennessee, the Iron Sheik, one of the first people I managed in Memphis, Tennessee. He used to come by my house, remember?
Exactly.
And we would drive to Louisville, and
Evansville all together and had some great matches down here. One time on TV, live, 1 hour and a half live, Iron Sheik and I were doing an interview. A man and boy in the city brought their guns to the TV station. They had the police out there. We had to be escorted out the back. They were going to shoot the Sheik and myself. I was going, oh my God.
The WWF at the time, WWW at the time, always looking for fresh faces to be the new villain. McMahon had great vision, so he saw that I have potentially one of the great villains here that we can maximize, we can monetize. It'll make everybody that touches a product more money. The key components to a successful promotion are having villains that people disdain.
I come in New York, Sheik was Iranian there, was managed by Freddie Blassie, who was my manager before that. And Freddie Blassie says, Nikolai, I have an idea for you and Sheik. He's the time from Iran. They have the problem with Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, all right? And you're from Russia, the Cold War. You're going to be the best tag team. You have to be a bad guy. Me, she have so much heat in the ring. Actually, we will get more heat just going to the ring. The other people even have wrestling. When I will start singing my Russian national anthem and tell people to stand up, that was it. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
You know, people were waiting for him to you know, like, fuck him up.
He didn't have to do nothing and go, don't say USA, Hawk 2, and that was it. That was the match.
The heat was so much in the Madison Square Garden, New York. I go in the ring, and then after match, people was waiting in the outside the Madison Square Garden, New York. So I go, maybe they can hurt me. But but Mr. McMahon was so much smart. Instead, I walk to my car, and they bring my car inside, or they take me with the ambulance to the hotel. That make me feel good and bad. The good one, I'm proud to be real Iranian, but later on also I was worried, the heat I had so much, I was worried to maybe somebody shoot me.
Sheik would get crowds so irate, they would be coming over the railings, trying to get to him because he was that evil menace. If we can only get rid of him, that's the tip of the iceberg. We know he he probably talks to that Khomeini fella on the phone. I bet you they got his number. They probably get on the phone. He's over here, he's a spy. You know, it just, Sheik embodied that. And they wanted to kill him.
Put him back. This is the best brush in the world, Bella. Comb your hair back. Comb your hair back. Alexis, come here, baby. I want to see your glasses. Now, fill that, Papa Sheik. Let me, I show you mine now. And then you tell me, who is bigger?
Papa Sheik won.
Papa Sheik, yeah.
Papa Sheik won.
Beautiful.
My dad was a wrestler, and he was famous, and we used to see him when he was in between working, and we never really understood that our dad was famous when we were little. To us, we knew it was different because our friends' dads didn't have cartoons on Saturday morning, and they didn't have dolls of their dad. So we knew there was definitely something special about him and what he did.
Never see a junkyard dog get back down from a fight. Not this one.
I really didn't realize a lot. I mean, I knew it was very cool. At school, a lot of kids would always ask me wrestling questions, and I didn't know, like if it was fake or if it wasn't fake, or for the longest, I never understood what they meant by is it fake.
My husband's career was flourishing. His role with his daughters was limited because he was gone so much. But when he was home, he basically took advantage of every minute he had.
They grew up in the old school. I used to go training them, gym, workout, training. They was best in the neighborhood.
Beautiful. Where is Alexis? Bring the Alexis here, Baba Carol.
He would call all the kids over to our house and he would train them like they were in the Olympics. And he had them running till they were all red in the face.
But all of our friends and neighbors were used to it, and they would, you know, either not play with us when our dad was in town or just run home. And we always wanted to do that, but we couldn't because our dad was the one making us do it.
I think my mom told me once when I was born, they thought I was gonna be a boy because I kicked a lot. I guess he had asked her if they could take me back, that he wanted a boy.
Well, growing up, dating was something that was off limits until we graduated from college.
He would scream at us and that he did not have a whorehouse. No boy should be calling our house. So we would have to sneak to talk to them or when he wasn't there.
My sisters would bring boys around, and the first thing he would do was take them outside and show them the camel clutch and show them how much he could bench press and how much he could lift, and then ask them to do the same. And they inevitably never could, and he just wanted to let them know how strong he was.
Okay, I'll put a little water. Okay. I'll put that palm a little bit.
It's not easy being the wife of a professional athlete. But then again, too, I have to consider the fact that look what he does for us by working and constantly being gone.
Professional wrestling took off as it had never had before in the 1980s.
Vince McMahon was the promoter, the one wrestling promoter that had the vision to see that wrestling wasn't going to be done in smoke-filled arenas in little towns anymore. It had to be like a touring event at the big arenas.
But Vince McMahon doesn't want WWF to remain simply a Northeastern territory. Vince McMahon wants WWF, later WWE, to be an international brand.
It was a ballsy and gutsy move from Vince McMahon. At that time, he wanted to completely take over the world of professional wrestling. And it takes vision, and it takes balls. And you gotta have your hero, and you gotta have your villain.
Listen, lady, this is my property. Now, get out of here, you lazy American. Bomb Iran, #1. The Sheik, #1.
Wrestling wasn't going to cross over if there weren't celebrities involved. So Vince McMahon went out. I don't know what the terms of those deals were, but he got celebrities. He got Cyndi Lauper at the height of her fame involved with the WWF. The celebrities coming to the Garden and coming to, you know, the other arenas and essentially endorsing what Vince McMahon had created.
Manager here comes Iron Sheik now. He loaded up the deadly camel clutch from the man.
Wrestling in the 80s was just, it was crazy. But once you went to WWF, fuck, you couldn't go nowhere because you're everywhere. It was a magical time. I mean, the excitement, the buildings were, all of them were sold out.
The Hulk Hogan era was the most influential, the most significant of any era in the history of the business.
Hulk Hogan is unique. Hulk Hogan had already been in Rocky III. He'd already been on The Tonight Show. This is an era when nobody paid any attention to wrestling, but people were beginning to know who Hulk Hogan was.
Vincent K. McMahon saw that the business was changing and he had a chance to make a change from Backlund to Hogan.
Bob Backlund first won the WWF title in 1978. But Bob Backlund doesn't want to lose directly to Hulk Hogan. He doesn't respect Hulk Hogan as a pure athlete. Bob Backlund, however, will lose the title to the Iron Sheik because he respects the Iron Sheik as an athlete, and it doesn't seem far-fetched that somebody with Khosrow Vaziri's amateur background could pin Bob Backlund.
You knew what you were going to do with Backlund. You were going to take the championship off of him after 6+ years and let him recharge his batteries. You were going to start a new thing with Hulk Hogan, the Hogan era, but the guy in the middle, the one that facilitated it, which was Iron Sheik, had to be the right guy.
The setup for success for Hulkamania, the Iron Sheik was the perfect counterpart to that. Perfect.
Body slam. Elbow.
He made Backlund's loss more bitter. He made Hogan's victory more sweet.
I come champion. I beat Mr. Bob Backlund. 6 years, nobody beat him. I beat him the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden, and I come champion.
That was the beginning of it all. Bob Backlund did a fantastic job of giving wrestling credibility, and then here comes All-American Hulk Hogan and drops that leg and beats the Sheik, and bingo.
Hulkmania thing took off, and Vince Jr. called me and told me he had a great idea for the business. He was going to take it international, and they wanted me to come in, and they had an idea to put the belt on me and wrestle the Iron Sheik.
You know, you talk about skyrocketing a guy. It's always the matter of the right person in the right place at the right time with the right opponent. And so Hulk Hogan was put into the right place at the right time with the perfect opponent.
Every human being know in the wrestling fans around the world, without Iron Sheik, no Hulkamania. I make him be the most famous babyface in the earth.
In the case of Hulkamania, not only was the Iron Sheik an integral part of that, it couldn't have happened without the Iron Sheik.
Without Hulkamania, there's no WrestleMania. There's probably no WWE as we know it today. And without the Iron Sheik, there's no Hulkamania.
The fans are going wild, and I'm so excited, McMahon.
When Vince was looking to make Hulk, he had the idea of how do you make Hulk? You make a real American and great American by beating the worst foreign menace that you can think of. And she came in and did that.
Camel clutch coming up.
Sheik had a lot of offers. Sheik had a lot of people in his ear telling him, snap Hogan's leg, don't do this, screw Vince over, beat him up, torture him, don't do business.
He's gonna reach down inside for that little bit of something more.
I was ready to have a challenge with the Hulk Hogan to lose my belt to him. And Mr. Gania called me and said to me, Khosrow, don't drop the belt to him, break his fucking leg, take the belt, come back to Minnesota. He gonna take me $100,000.
I think it would have helped wrestling if he broke his leg because I'm just a crude bastard. I like heat. I think the bad guys have to come up every now and then. And the whole thing about Hulkamania was, you wrestled him one time, man. You're done. And that's how they built the Hulk. They fed him every great piece of talent the world ever knew.
What if the Sheik decided to take Vern Gagne's offer and break Hulk Hogan's leg? If he had done that, had he double-crossed Hulk Hogan, broken his leg, and taken the championship belt and brought it to Minneapolis, that would have been the end of this whole role that WWF was on.
His word, by the way, was important. Gave his word to Vince McMahon, gave his word to Hulk Hogan.
And Sheik went out and put Hogan over like $1 million. Not a lot of guys would have done that. Especially with Sheik's credentials. If Sheik wanted to, he could tie Hogan up in a knot. But he didn't. He did business. He did the right thing.
And they wanted me to come in, and they had an idea to put the belt on me and wrestle the Iron Sheik. And I went in, and it was crazy that night. The Iron Sheik was the ultimate heel. He had more heat than anybody I'd ever seen, and he was the real deal. So I went in there, and the Iron Sheik graciously passed the torch to me, and we had a bunch of great matches, and that was really, really where my career got launched, because once the Iron Sheik put me over, the Hulkamania thing was unstoppable.
Champion as Hulk Hogan blowing the boom on the Iron Sheik. History has been made at Madison Square Garden. The fans are on their feet. Hulkamania is here. And I sit here, watch my TV something. We all get old. We have a lot of damage for wrestling, kidney, bone, operation, hips. A lot of people think professional wrestling is easy, but it's not. Every night we go. Like gypsy, hotel to hotel, airport to airport.
Wrestling didn't deviate from society in the 80s. If you look at the National Football League or baseball or NBA or the NHL or Hollywood, it was a very decadent decade of the 80s. It wasn't that wrestling had the exclusive on people making bad decisions.
Drug possession charges in a New Jersey courtroom today. The Sheik's fans were on hand to wish him luck outside the Middletown Municipal Court. The Sheik was arrested with fellow wrestler Joe Dugan and charged with possession of marijuana and cocaine as they drove along the Garden State Parkway.
One bad mistake I did with the Hacksaw Jim Duggan, everything changed, and I lost $1 million. Old days was different than today. New Jersey is against the law. You cannot drink and drive. Hacksaw was a driver. I was just a passenger. We not supposed to be travel together, and I'm wrestling with him tonight.
I was relatively new to the WWF back then. I came in for WrestleMania 3, where I hit the Sheik. I had 93,000 people in the Pontiac Silverdome standing up cheering USA, USA. The place was rocking. I was getting a big push from the company, and everything looked really rosy. Fly into Newark Airport, there's the Iron Sheik. She came up to me and said, I have no credit card. Maybe you give me a ride to the show. We get to rent a car and start heading out of the Newark Airport. The Sheik says, maybe we stop and get some St. Pauli Girl beer. Sheik's drinking those cold St. Pauli Girl beers. Okay, Sheik, I'll have a beer.
Old days, a good guy travel with a good guy, bad guy go with the bad guy to protect the business.
No sooner do I take the hit off a beer, Jersey State Troopers like going by me. He's signaling, and I'm like, I didn't see him. And the Sheik's like, he wants us to pull over. I'm like, no, I don't think so. The trooper leaned in the car and said, step out of the car.
The little officer said to Mr. Sheik, WWF, I know I cannot beat you, but if you do anything foolish, I'm gonna use my gun. I said, no, officer, I'm not gonna do nothing. So the time was 6 o'clock afternoon, and show's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. So we had 2 hours. They took us to the
police department. They put a hacksaw Jim Duggan hand top of table, my hand top of table, his hand handcuffed to my hand, till we can't do nothing.
They take us in, now they got to search us. They went through my stuff, I was cool. And Sheik, they opened up his wallet, boom, 2 more grams of cocaine in 2 separate containers. And they took him in front of a judge. Finally, they brought him back. He got bonded out, got a bail bond. So we drove to Asbury Park and we're like, well, maybe nobody knows. So we actually wrestled that night in Asbury Park and didn't tell nobody. So I called my wife. I said, honey, I got popped, but I don't think anybody knows about it. My wife calls me at 7:30 the next morning. Everybody knows.
Because it was Good Morning, a New York Times, New York paper, New Jersey paper, a news, daytime, nighttime, and all over the world they found that.
New York Daily News, it made the back page, big picture of the Sheik, big picture of me. It's like boozing bozos was the headlines, you know, and God, it was brutal.
Duggan and Sheik had started a program. Duggan was this big All-American that just started in the WWF, and Sheik was this horrible heel, Iranian heel that everyone hated. And the fact that they're riding together and doing drugs, smoking marijuana, oh my God! Hacksaw, say it ain't so. We can believe the Sheik does it. He's Iranian, he's a foreigner. Yeah, well, of course, they all do that. They're damn foreigners. But Duggan, oh my God. Yeah, it was a little taboo. It's not good.
My next call was to Vince McMahon, and I remember verbatim what he said to me. He says, Jim, what have you done to us?
And there was a lot of fear that people would stop watching wrestling, because up until this point, the common consensus was if the fans find out that it's a work, that the matches are predetermined, the whole thing is going to go away.
But it was one of those last things that finally knocked down the whole curtain, the idea that pro wrestling was on the up and up. And it wasn't too much later that the McMahons are testifying in front of the New Jersey court saying, what we do is entertainment, we want to be taxed like entertainment, not like a sporting entity.
I do remember Vince saying at TV, the Iron Sheik and Jim Duggan will never work for the WWF again.
Now making his way to the ring. He hails from Tehran, Iran, at 315 pounds. The former world heavyweight champion.
It was an absolute devastating situation. We all but lost our house. He was so ashamed, so embarrassed, just felt like his life was over.
He ended up on the independent circuit.
$93,000 people, great feeling, great atmosphere. 93 people and not too much excitement like 93,000 people. I didn't have a choice, and I love my business, and I want to work to make a living, and that's why I didn't have any choice, and I worked in between them. 100, 150 people, 200, 500 people, something better than nothing.
Here we go. The Mighty Maccabee, the Iron Sheik, for the Maccabean heavyweight title.
Sucks, man. You have to do independence, and these independents are high school gyms again, man. Really, you know, it's not fun. But you still do it because you got to provide, man.
Matera's got the Sheik. Referee misses it.
And so he had to take all these little bookings, and it wasn't a real happy life.
1, 2, 3.
I was waiting for the bus one day after school, and I'd seen a flyer on the bus stop saying, "Live wrestling featuring the Iron Sheik and Abdullah the Butcher." We started like looking into it, and we went to this event. It was been about 10 years since we saw the Sheik. We went to this place. It's a small bar in a bad part of town, and there's about 110 people there. There was live wrestling matches with guys who I had never heard of. And we spoke to the Sheik, who was so happy to see us. Gave us hugs and treated us like he was family, as if, time, was never slipped away.
Iron Sheik?
Yeah.
It's Gian Megan.
Oh, yeah, Gian, brother. How are you?
Good, how are you? Long time no speak.
My first introduction with the Iron Sheik, I remember very vividly. My brother and I were 3 years old or so.
Cameraman, zoom it. Look at me.
I remember sitting in front of my television and a man screaming in Farsi, and I remember my mom dropping a pot and running into the family room and screaming, "That's your dad's friend! That's your daddy's friend!"
I was athlete, international table tennis player at the arena in Iran. Back home, we were in high school.
We practice same club, Park Shahar, and very popular in Tehran. Since that, we each other more and more.
So finally, I got a hold of him, and he was so proud. He just says, right away, come and pick me up. I'm at a hotel near Maple Leaf Garden.
This is to be one of the most exciting bouts in the history of professional wrestling.
My dad would start driving us to Maple Leaf Gardens, and we would go to the show with the wrestlers.
They teach me just like family, and we are for like family. Gian, Pashman Baba, you guys grew up with Uncle Sheik, and you know my heart, my life, the only game I have is wrestling.
I'm gonna come to Atlanta, and we're gonna take it from there.
I love you.
The drug abuse tore our family apart. It made us want to be strangers to each other.
You want everything right away? No, I can't do that. Now I'm too fucking old for that bullshit.
This death, the slow death of someone you love right in front of your eyes. It hasn't happened yet, but you know it's going to, just right around the corner.
We had realized at that time that if we don't do something about this, right now, the Sheik will be just like every other wrestler who's falling off the map from his generation. And at that time, I decided I wanted to go to Atlanta and just be there for the Sheik, because it was really getting out of control.
Good to see you.
Look at you, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look like $1 million.
Pleasure for me. You got Georgia.
I'm so happy to meet you.
Yeah, this is my kids that was young, and my Marissa, and well, you read it. What is this? I don't know. What is that?
It's a poem.
Yeah. You read it? What is it? I'm not sure. What is that? And if you want to come a little bit over there.
Sure. Serenaded by Angels in memory of Marissa Vaziri.
My daughter Marissa, do I have to?
Growing up, he would always protect us and tell us if anybody ever touched his girls, he would kill them, and it was very difficult for him.
I remember Marissa, she had this idea she wanted to be a female wrestler. And she wanted my dad to train her and wanted me to train her, and she wanted to be one of the ladies or whatever. You know, we never were into it very much. We never watched it. It just wasn't our thing. We were very girly. Interesting and kind of funny that, and my dad seemed happy about it and said, I'll train you, you know, if you want. And it was very neat that she had that dream.
She met a guy that she had only known for about a month, and we did not know that he was a bad guy. And I think she was trying to break up with him the night it happened, and that's why he went crazy, and something just snapped in him and he strangled her.
Nikki pulled up with her roommate, and that's when I guess they told my husband out in the garage before they came in the house.
My young daughter, Nikki, come, tell me, Daddy, Marissa is dead.
Kaz was crying and shrieking outside and just going crazy.
I never come. This is the first time after I lost my daughter. First time I'm coming with you. And I can't talk too much about it. My mind doesn't work too much about that situation.
It was very difficult for my father, having lost Marissa. Our father was always such a fighter and protector of his family and girls, and the fact that somebody took his daughter away from him was very difficult.
2000. I love you, baby. Rest in peace. I miss you.
Sheikh took a very hard. That's killed his heart. That took him back to, yeah. Because in his mind, he almost didn't have a reason to live anymore. And that was a very, very bad thing that happened to him, yes.
He wasn't the same anymore, brother. And that's sad to see that. I mean, to feel like that, you know, and that was her daughter, man.
He's gotten worse since my sister died, I think. That has affected him hugely, and he's just worse on drugs. He doesn't seem to care. It does a lot. It's like the main thing that we hate about him.
Yeah.
The death of his daughter was the beginning of the end for the Sheik. It was his lowest point, and he didn't even know how to communicate with anybody. He would just go out into the streets and pick fights and turn to drugs and just really just be very, very, very uncontrollable.
Darius, you got to drive.
What do you mean?
He has to drive.
I know.
Who?
Darius.
Don't worry about him.
He's my cousin.
Are you the man or he's the man? Who is the older? He's the man, he's Iranian. Mind his mother, and he know how to drive to make it home. Don't insult him, Mr. Darius. Say you're sorry.
No. I'm sorry, but you know where I'm coming from.
I don't give a fuck where you come from, but don't never insult the legend.
I pushed him over the edge with the drugs. That's what we all do, man. We medicate. If it hurts so bad, then fucking do something about it. Get medicated. Don't feel it no more. Blocks it.
I want to go to my ghetto, get my medicine to go home. If you cannot take me, take a fucking walk.
We're a product of our environment. I remember a wrestler telling me that it made him sick at himself that he's the one that turned Sheik on to cocaine. And he hated himself for it. Because Sheik, like myself, we like that shit. And if I like it, I'm gonna fucking have it. And it ruined my life. And it didn't help Sheik's either.
Turn the lights off, man. Yeah, man. Sheik. Yeah, man. Sheik.
He's only half existing, basically. He's so caught up with smoking dope and having a few beers. I mean, that's his whole existence.
That's good brown one, right, babe? Good brown. Good quality, right, babe? This is 40, and I give him 10 tomorrow. Do you have a lighter for me? Give me one lighter. Yeah, give me one lighter, please. Yeah, now
He used to be an alcoholic.
Thank you.
But then he quit that, and then he basically went to the crack and cocaine and then the marijuana. And now it's pretty much, I think, the crack and the marijuana. And he's always, every day looking for money.
Somebody have a key?
Yeah, I got it. You ready to go?
Ready.
Let's go. Your ankle. You keep on leaning on your ankle.
Please, don't even talk about it. Don't remind me. Just, I'm okay.
So I go to Atlanta about 2 or 3 years after the death of Marissa, not knowing what to expect. In my head, I thought I was going to see a destitute Sheik. I thought the Sheik was broke because he would always call me asking for money, and I would send it to him because $40, $50 wasn't a big deal for me, especially when my childhood hero was asking me for it. And when I get there, it was kind of a bit of a shock. I didn't realize that the Sheik's got this beautiful family of loving children and a loving wife. The reality is they've been living with a crazed wrestler the past 20, 30 years.
You're still solid.
All over, right? Exactly. Anymore? No, you give him the belt. Take the belt out.
You want to walk in as the champion? You want to walk in as the Iron Sheik?
Gold, gold, and champion.
No matter where you are, you want everyone to know you're the Sheik.
I already know, but I have to help him a little bit.
Look at all the kids at the windows looking up.
Yeah. Come next to me, talk to me. Man. Next time, try your shoes, man.
I know at one point the Sheik, in his desperation to make money, would sit in the Ramada Inn lobby and he would wait for fans to come by and recognize him, which they invariably did. And when they did recognize him, he would sell them an 8x10 glossy, an autographed picture for $10, which from what I understand would then be used to subsidize his drug habit.
Atlanta, USA, #1. All my wrestling fans. Cameraman, zoom it. Over there, bro.
God. No one can control him. Believe me.
I'll eat that tomorrow.
No one.
No.
I would talk to his friends when they were alive, and they would try. Didn't work.
So I'm in the Vaziri house, and I'm trying to figure it out as I go because I was expecting something completely different than what I had seen. And here you have Carol, who was very aware of what's going on. She's very in tune with the Sheik and his mannerisms. She knows the real Sheik, and she knows Khosrow Vaziri. That's the man that she married. And so I was learning all this as I was going along. And I really wanted her to know that we care for her and we have her back. And how can we do this together? How can we help you guys get the Sheik off of the drugs? And what do we have to do? Where is our place in this?
How you guys doing?
We're about to fall asleep.
You can't go fall asleep, not me, because it's important for me.
If it's so important, where have you been?
I know where I've been. Where have you been?
They're
I don't want to
about
argue and
go
fight
home.
because I have company. Please.
There's no fighting.
Uh-uh.
We're just talking.
Because I leave you guys alone. I have my privacy. Talk to my partner, Eddie.
When are you going to answer my question?
What's your question?
It was 5 minutes ago before you
Please,
got off on your
I
tirade.
don't want to fuck up my heart too much. Go ahead.
I asked you if you were going to pray to God and ask Him for help in getting yourself straightened out and off of all the drugs.
Well, you want to tell me you love my body more than me? If I don't care about my heart and
A
my body...
simple yes or no would suffice.
No. I'm 65, I'm a legend, I'm a coach, I'm a best. No, you want to tell me I'm a bath coach, I'm a bath trainer, I'm a bath champion? Don't insult me. Have a good day.
Okay, that's my answer.
Because I do that's my medication. Give me energy, everybody get a different feeling.
Can't you get that feeling some other way?
I already did almost my life I was amateur. Olympic, amateur, I never did that. I didn't need it.
Can't you get that?
No, I'm a handicap, I have a pain. I suffer pain every day. You're not in my body, you're not my knee. You don't know what you're talking about.
There are ways to get rid of that.
Oh, go tell doctor, why you make the drug? Drugs is drugs is the biggest business in this world. Come on.
Don't give me come on. Yeah, it kills. It kills the way you function. It kills your emotions, and it completely makes you less of what you once were.
No, I cannot change the past. I can't change my future.
So how are you gonna change your future?
Oh, you want to tell me? I don't know. You have to tell me.
How you?
Who's the legend? You or me?
Why are you yelling?
Sorry.
I'm asking you how are you gonna change your future?
How do you know about me? You want to tell me I didn't pay for my I didn't pay for my due enough?
I told you
I want to enjoy the life.
I told you 100 times you're the man. Why are you yelling?
I love you. I'm sorry.
No, that's drugs.
No. Opposite.
Why? So then why would you yell at me? If I'm
No,
talking
the
about
point because you make me mad.
You're the legend. Your time has passed. You'll always be the legend.
Different time.
And no one can take that away from you. So maybe if you know I care about you, you know I love you, and you know that I'm only thinking about your best interests, well, why don't you listen to what I'm saying?
Baba, you want to tell my word? I do it. I don't say no. I do my medicine, getting medicine, heart medicine, soft medicine, but I'm a master. I control medicine. Medicine doesn't control me. Thanks for your advice. And don't talk about it again. I'm going to try to slow down, and I try to change my lifestyle.
Some of this is getting a little bit out of hand. Like I guess he just needs it. Like, there's no way around it. Like, if he's working, he needs it.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
She got lucky because he did enough drugs at one time that would have killed a normal man. At this stage of his life, he said, I've had enough. I'm done. I'm done with that.
Baby, you don't need that. Can you take that one out, oh? You don't need that.
It's probably the hardest thing a person can do is to quit drugs.
The Sheik's family couldn't really abide by his habit, and his wife left.
And you work with people who are sick or you get them help. And that's what we've always done.
And he ended up in a little apartment not far from his daughter, hoping to reconcile with his wife and hoping for acceptance from his 2 surviving daughters. But they had conditions. The most preeminent one was that he cease and desist his crack use.
And put a little water. And put that pan a little bit down.
We're moving forward. It's getting better. There's bad days, there's good days, but there's more good days than bad days.
He has managed to conquer his drug addiction, and I truly believe that that's a permanent victory. I think he values his family too much to risk losing them again.
And I'm very sorry about a lot of my friend Young passed away. But it's still, thanks to God, I'm 72 years old, and I become an example for the young generation, and I'm glad young generation, all of them killing, and they don't do the drugs, and learn from Orange Sheik mistake.
Let me translate for you.
Well, go ahead. Yeah, I know your English is better than me, and you have a big mouth. Go ahead.
I think going to Atlanta was the defining moment of our relationship.
Look like this. Look good like this. Hey?
The Sheik was one of the most untapped talents out there. A lot of these wrestlers were just wavering around independence, and the Sheik had this untapped gold that was just waiting to be developed.
Kramer, I want to let you know, you break my heart.
YouTube was just starting. The timing was when Michael Richards, Kramer, from Seinfeld, was on stage at a comedy club in Los Angeles, and he dropped the N-bomb on someone in the crowd. And I go, Sheik, I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this, and then I want to film you. I want you to tell me what your thoughts were on this.
I want to let you know, Kramer, you no good low-life son of a bitch, a skinny bastard. I'm gonna come, put you, suplex you, I'll put you in the camel clutch, and I'm gonna fuck your ass, and then you're gonna be humble.
And we posted it, and within like 4 days, it had like 500,000 views. We got freaked out. We're like, holy shit, like, the Sheik's really popular. This is crazy.
Yeah, but I'm not comfortable with too much children.
Oh, they look perfect.
My family, my daughter, and my wife, my daughter, they watch me once in a while. Sometimes they talk good about me, sometimes they talk bad about me, but to my wrestling fans around the world or America, all over, it's interesting.
Oh, we're in public, man.
I don't give a fuck. I have to let you know about future.
Yeah, Montreal, man.
Fuck you, take a walk. Don't worry about that.
Some of those things are embarrassing beyond belief. But I think the reason he does it is to just get the publicity.
So I try and explain to Carol that there's this movement coming along and everything's going online, and the Sheik doesn't necessarily need to go and wrestle anymore in order to get a payday.
This is on the news. Make the world news. I just showed it to you.
I love my fans. I love the internet or YouTube or Gaga, Gogo, whatever. The Megan boys and their Facebook or Twitter, they know what they're doing. They make me even more popular.
Here he is, the Iron Sheik. There he is. Wonderful to see you, Iron Sheik. Wonderful. What an honor. What an honor. What an honor.
Our story makes me be a very popular man in the besides wrestling show, man.
This is a wrestler. He was just signed to the WWE. He calls himself Iron Sheik Jr.
Everywhere I go, all my Howard Stern fans, this is Sheik. You're the best.
I'm the real Iron Sheik. You are faggot. You are faggot. I see you. I fucked your ass. Never. Never. You know.
That was when it really started kicking in because the Sheik was out of control, but he was channeling it to the biggest audience in the world.
Chelson, you talk and you walk. That's why I respect you. But still, Iron Sheik have an AAU champion and a Hall of Fame and gold medal. You wish someday had it. But I respect you and have a good day.
I concede to you, Sheik. Enjoy yourself. Have fun, my friends.
Thank you, sir.
Time mankind has been forced to compete for survival.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
World champion, Iron Sheik.
He was very popular. He was being referenced in different situations on television. He got cameos for movies.
Elvis, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna your ass.
So we started getting a world of phone calls and a world of different inquiries that were all not wrestling.
Ah! You dumb son of a bitch!
And Twitter came along.
Some people around the world come to social media, specifically to the Iron Sheik's Twitter page, to see who he calls a tic-tac dick or grasshopper balls or something like that. It's off the charts crazy in terms of the things that he comes up with, which I tip my hat to that because I love a great trash talker and Sheik is the best.
It's time to play Iron Sheik, the real or jabroni. If you're not following the Iron Sheik on Twitter, then you hate awesome things because the Iron Sheik alternatively praises and attacks people on Twitter, and it's very clear which one he's doing. I'm gonna name something or someone, and for 250 points, you have to tell me if the Sheik likes it by saying real or hates it by saying jabroni. Okay, you guys ready? Here's the first one. Ray J, real or jabroni? Yes, Judd.
Jabroni.
No, real, he likes Ray J. Ray J that cheeseburger-ass penguin Kim K. He deserved gold medal. Wow.
I follow Sheik on Twitter, and I know a lot of people do. And I always get a chuckle out of his stuff because it's like, you wonder sometimes, did he really come up with that, or is he serious? Well, no, he's not serious, but he's funny. He's funny. And it's pretty good that you can be funny in 140 characters. So when I read them, I hear him talking. And to me, that's pretty authentic. That's pretty good.
The best one.
We try and keep the tweets as precise as possible. The Sheik's English is bad, and so all we're doing is taking his words and putting them on to the computer. How he articulates it, that's Sheik.
And then a Twitter conference came, and we got there, and the guy working there was like, "Holy shit, you're the Iron Sheik." I'm like, "Yes, he is."
You got something you want to say? Well, like I said, I'm the real WWF champion before Hulk Hogan. I'm marching everything you guys know about me. Sheik, that's great. No, I don't want to interrupt, but Hulk Hogan was the best of all time. Fuck the Hulk Hogan. He's you talk about. He's a big time jabroni, and everybody knows the man is so.
At this very moment, the Sheik is a social media phenomenon.
You better believe it, brother. What's Hitler gonna do when these 24 pythons come for you? Hogan! I know nothing!
The idea to put him on Robot Chicken probably never would have happened if we hadn't seen him on Twitter, but we'd been following him on Twitter for a year. So there was this great 2-pack of action figures with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. And I took a picture of them and I tweeted it. I said, look who stopped by. the Robot Chicken writers room today, and I said, all right, guys, we're getting the Sheik on the show this
We
year.
have this rope, the flashlights, the fake passports, Playboys, and these.
Oh, yeah! Sam, you a Slim Jim!
Holy Slim Jim! I just love Slim Jim!
I follow the Sheik on Twitter. Yeah, he always, he's a different kind of fashion police. Like, Joan Rivers will speak her mind, but the Iron Sheik will tell it like it is.
Sheik's a cult figure. When people see the Iron Sheik, they react. They're celebrities, they're people in the hip-hop world, they're people who consider themselves hipsters, they're people in the art world.
I want to bring out someone who has been an inspiration to me, a childhood hero of mine. He wants to say a few words about Haiti.
We would go to these events in which the biggest celebrities in the world were there, and they all knew the Iron Sheik. They all loved the Iron Sheik.
I fear him, I respect him, I love him.
Looking back at a 33-year-old or a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old, they were watching wrestling in 1985. They were watching Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik. They remember the match.
Yo, it's the Iron Sheik. Yeah, come on. Yeah, check.
And it took people out of their celebrity bubble and into this innocent human place that they felt connected to, that they wanted to share.
Oh my God, the Sheik! The Sheik! The Sheik! The king is here, boy!
When I came to this country, you know, I had nothing. And all of a sudden, the WWF was in my life. Because that was like the biggest thing that we had as kids, was watching the WWF. We were so happy to have somebody represent us. And at one point, he held the belt. Do you remember that? He had the belt. I mean, just think of that was the biggest thing in our lives. And he had the belt. He was the champion of the world. And it made me feel empowered as a kid.
What do you think about putting this on around your neck tonight?
No, I don't do that cartoon stuff. That doesn't match me. I mean, please.
What's wrong with it?
No, man, please. You put that stuff, not the champ one. Please.
Toronto Mayor Rob Ford seems to be in a little bit of trouble because a video is being shopped around that purports to show him smoking crack.
Our job is to expose him and put him out there and get him some attention.
All the media, CNN, NBC, ABC, they're all there.
Right.
Okay? You're gonna go interrupt the mayor and say, that's not the mayor, I'm the new mayor of the Toronto.
Yes. That's where we're going, Sheik.
Can we talk to him right here?
You want?
The man is eat a cheeseburger and smoke crack. What kind of role model is for the Toronto city?
It's tough for these wrestlers whose lives kind of are dependent on their abilities in the ring. When those abilities go away, they're not left with much more.
This is for most offensive male. But I get this for a reason. And the winner is the Iron Sheik.
All right.
God bless you guys. If you like me, fine. But if you don't like me, I suppress you, I put you in camouflage, I break your back, and I fuck your ass, I make you hungry.
We worked hard to establish his social media presence, and it's a daily grind. Every day we do whatever we can to get the Iron Sheik noticed online, and we're having a good time doing it. It's a lot of fun, and it feels good, especially knowing that he's our childhood hero, and we have his back and he has ours.
His impact on my career has really been profound. The wrestling business has always been a cutthroat business. There weren't always a lot of guys at that time who took the time to bring me under their wings and share their insight and wisdom with me. I was humbled that he took such great time and care to, in many ways, mentor me. And in his way, that was very, he was a hard ass, but I appreciate that. And at that time, as a rookie, I needed that.
This and change it. That.
He was in a position where he didn't have to give me that much time, and I just wanted to be a sponge and pick his brain. And I'll never forget, I'll never, ever forget. It was a very long flight, and he's like, Baba, let me tell you. He said, listen. He said, you go into the locker room. You sit down. You keep your mouth shut. You open your ears, and you just listen to everybody, okay? Don't be the jabroni and talk a lot. Let your talent and your ability speak for itself. That's the smart. Don't be the jabroni.
I want you to show me how much you have balls or guts so you can take down each other or pen each other. Double leg, take him down, go for a pen. Show me. And you are taller and bigger. Show me your excellent, beautiful.
Let me tell you something about the word jabroni. So I was very lucky and fortunate to have coined the word jabroni publicly on TV, utilize it as part of my rock speak, and had it become part of pop culture. You know, The Rock says this jabroni needs to go down to blah, blah, blah. You know, I'd say things like that. And it doesn't matter, jabroni. It was jabroni, jabroni, jabroni. And now the word jabroni is connected to me. When a lot of people think, oh, jabroni, oh, yeah, it's The Rock's word. No. It's not my word. It's the Iron Sheik's word. Iron Sheik was the one who would use the word jabroni backstage, and it became this legendary Iron Sheik speak. It was always, you tell a jabroni. Let me tell you jabroni. It was jabroni, jabroni, jabroni. I give the Iron Sheik all the credit in the world for the word jabroni. Jabroni, especially when he told me, you don't be a jabroni. Keep your mouth shut.
I'm here 2 days. Now I'm getting my second win. That means I'm up now. No more tired. The more I do activity, the more I get ambitious, and the more I want to work.
This is the man that made my career right here.
I think fans remember him as one of the classic heels of his generation, and one of those guys who, who will always be recognizable. There's not a guy who walks in and doesn't instantly recognize the Sheik. You know, he's iconic.
man from Tehran, Iran, with his Persian clubs and his incredible wrestling background and soldier's mentality, represented how there is no success without struggle. He represented that hard work pays off. He was all things that make America great.
My Papa Sheik was a wrestler, champion. And he was a champion. You said it, Papa.
He is strong and he works out a lot to get strong.
Our dad was portrayed as the Iranian villain, I think, in his wrestling career. But it was extremely ironic because I've never met another individual in my life who embraced this country more than our dad.
America has always been the land of opportunity, and he came here with nothing. And he's had a 40-plus year career living here in this country, raising a family. So I don't know how we could argue the fact that Cosgrove hasn't achieved the American dream.
He's a hero to many, many people everywhere, all throughout the world, and rightfully so.
I like the people remember me. I'm a real good man, good sportsman, real tough man, my young day. Nothing over gold, I get it. Amateur and professional. I was many years villain, bad guy, heel, but now I'm a good guy. People, anywhere I go, most of people like me. They respect me. And I'm like a hero. For them, I'm like babyface. I'm like good guy for them.
Act 2, Iron Sheik, #1, cameraman, Summit.
Brother Sheik, #1.
Iron Sheik, #1.
Iron Sheik, #1.
Iron Sheik, #1. #1, hot to it.
Iron Sheik, #1 from Tehran, Iran.